Adventure Bay, the friendliest town on Earth. The air was calm and the sun shined brightly. Every town has a hero, but in Adventure Bay, these heroes were pups. 6 heroic pups. This team was called the Paw Patrol. Their names were Marshall, Chase, Rocky, Zuma, Rubble, and Sky, and their owner, a 10-year-old boy named Ryder. These pups were the nicest pups in the entire world. They would always help a friend in need and would never let anyone down, never to make a smile disappear from anyone's face. Everything was just perfect. That is, until one day. The pups were playing soccer outside the lookout. "Pass it to me," said Rubble, calling Chase, who had the ball. "Okay," said Chase, passing the ball to the English bulldog. "Over here, I'm open," said Marshall, calling Rubble. Rubble kicks the ball to Marshall, and the Dalmatian ran to kick the ball, but ending up tripping over the ball and tumbling on Chase. "Sorry, Chase," Marshall said, looking down at the German Shepherd, who had a slightly annoyed face. The pups laughed, and they continued to play their game. Zuma had the ball. "This is my Zuma Wiffic Deluxe Kick," said the chocolate lab, running towards the ball. He kicked the ball, and it went past Rocky, who was the goalie. "Goal!" said Zuma, doing a victory dance. "Hey, no fair! I wasn't ready," said Rocky, upset. "Rocky, it's just a game. You don't have to be mad about it. Come on, let's keep playing," said Zuma. "Okay," said Rocky, passing the ball back to the pups. The pups continued to play. Then Zuma got the ball and used his special kick to kick the ball. And again, the ball went in the net. Now Rocky was angry. "Zuma, stop cheating!" Rocky said, raising his voice at the chocolate Labrador. "I'm not cheating," Zuma said, annoyed. "This is the way soccer is played." "Well, that doesn't mean you have to kick it so hard," said Rocky, glaring at Zuma. "If you're going to be a big baby over it, then just go," said Zuma angrily. This made Rocky even more furious. "What did you just call me?" he said, stomping towards Zuma. "I called you a baby, that's what!" Zuma growled. "You son of a bitch!" Rocky said, his eyes filled with utter rage. The pups gasped as they had just heard what Rocky had said. Zuma blinked a few times before saying, "Dude, just go," he said, pointing his paw towards the lookout. "Fine," said Rocky, storming off. "But let me just say one more thing. Our friendship is over." "Sounds good to me," said Zuma. Rocky then stormed off, muttering angrily to himself. "Zuma, are you okay?" asked Sky. "Oh, I'm just great," Zuma said sarcastically. "Don't you think you two were a little bit hard on each other?" asked Chase, raising an eyebrow. Zuma gave a small grunt. "Well, he started it. If he didn't have to complain over a game, everything would be fine." "I'm gonna go talk to Rocky," said Marshall, running to Rocky's pup house. When he got to the pup house, Rocky was laying in it, face buried in his front legs. "Rocky?" said Marshall in a small and quiet voice. Rocky looked up, his eyes bloodshot with tears. "What do you want?" he said. "I just wanted to talk to you about Zuma," said the Dalmatian. Rocky got up and got in Marshall's face, the mixed breed's eyes glowing with anger. "Whatever it is, I don't want to hear it. Now leave me alone." "But I said leave me the fuck alone!" Rocky screamed, growling while showing his teeth, cutting the Dalmatian off of his words. Marshall gave a defeated sigh. "Okay," he said sadly. and he walked off with his head lowered. Rocky just sat there, thinking of what he said to Zuma and Marshall. But he couldn't think clearly because his anger had taken over his mind. It would be better if Zuma were never in the Paw Patrol, Rocky thought to himself. Maybe a nice walk will calm me down. Rocky got up and started walking down the street. When he got down the street, he heard a voice whispering, "Psst! Hey, dog!" Huh? Who said that? Rocky said, looking around. "Over here," the voice said. Rocky turned to a tree and saw a man peeking his head out from behind it. The man had a long black suit and a top hat and black pants and dress shoes. "Who are you?" asked Rocky. "I am Pierre," the man said with a French accent. "I've heard you had a hard time with your friend." "Wait, how did you know about that?" asked Rocky, with an emotion mixed with fear and confusion. "Oh, I always knew," said Pierre. "I'm everywhere, and I know what will make you feel better." He pulled out a watch and started waving it in front of the mixed breed's face. "You are getting sleepy, mon ami," which means my friend in French. "When I snap my finger, you will fall asleep and dream of every great moment you had with your best friend." Pierre snapped his finger, and Rocky fell asleep. "Nighty-night," Pierre said. Then he started giggling evilly. Rocky woke up, but he was in a different area. It was the forest, and it was night, about 10 o'clock. "Huh? Where am I?" said Rocky, getting up, yawning, and stretching his legs. "That's weird," he said to himself. "I don't remember falling asleep here." He started walking, calling for anyone who might help him. "Hello? Is anyone out here?" There was no answer. The only thing Rocky could hear was his voice echoing from around him. "Ryder? Pups? Anybody?" Still no answer. Rocky was starting to get scared, but then he got an idea. Maybe if I keep walking, I will find my way home, he thought to himself. With that, Rocky started walking, trying to find a way out of the forest. After about what felt like an hour, Rocky's paws were hurting. Maybe I should take a rest, he thought to himself. But before he could sit down and rest his paws, he saw the town of Adventure Bay. Rocky gasped in joy. "Yes! I found home! I better go apologize to Zuma." Rocky was annoyed that he had to walk again, but he was so happy to see his beloved home. When he got to the town, he noticed something strange. The town looked a little odd. Cars were toppled over with broken windows and mirrors. The buildings were crumbled, and there were messages on the windows that said, "Help us. There was no escape, and run while you can." The weird part is that the town was completely deserted. No body or no pup in sight. "Where the heck is everyone?" Rocky said to himself out loud. But then, something caught the corner of Rocky's eye. It was a strange glow, a bright light that anybody could see from almost a mile away. Rocky turned to the light, and then he felt his heart drop. Right in front of him in the distance was the lookout, being consumed by flames.
Well, hello there, my horror crew. I hope you enjoyed today's narration. If you did, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe, turn on notifications, and click that bell. As you see right next to me are my social media links. They will be down in the description below if you want to check them out. So yeah, I hope you all enjoyed today's video, and I will see you in the next one. Have a scary day, my horror crew.